What's up, Dreamedia family? This is Zach and Chase out here in Colorado. We're going to be unboxing today the RBH Unrivaled amplifiers. Guys, I have been on a hi-fi journey here in my formal, really just putting in a insane system. There's a couple little teasers you might see behind me and kind of off in the background behind during this unboxing video, which we're making very in-depth, full-form content on. Out here in Colorado, we're really expanding our horizons and opening up our offerings in the servicing, as well as our level of service. Chase, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we are dedicated to 5-star white glove service, whether it's mounting a TV or a full custom home integration, distributed audio, home theater, the whole 9 yards in the tech field, and we're providing the best service available.
We can't wait to expand on this territory and continue to share new and exciting projects with you guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below and give us a big thumbs up. All right, guys, let's unbox this amp. Let's go.
So we're here unboxing RBH's VA2602 DSP sub amplifier. It's 1200 watts at 8 ohms to 2 channels. This thing packs some power.
Double box, nice.
Oh yeah, this one's open.
Kenny they QC these before they leave.
Ah.
So I think Kenny checked it out for us. Or
Power
Shane.
supply.
Ooh, look at the, what is this type of connection called? I like that.
Like a monitor.
Yeah, this is like a professional power connection.
Yeah.
Very nice.
For live audio.
Yep.
Got a little dongle there for RJ45 to USB.
It's probably to control the DSP through your laptop, would be my guess.
Rack mount hardware. Taped to the bottom. The ears are already on the unit.
Woo. Yeah, this is a serious amp, guys. This is professional amplification. This is not your everyday Sonos amp. But a little sneak peek for you guys. See that puppy over there on the wall? Well, we might have a couple of those that we're going to be powering up with this bad boy.
All right, guys, so we're looking at the back of our unit here. We're going to start on the left. We've got our PowerCon power connection, which I really like. This typically comes from live audio settings for monitors and PA systems. So this guy, unlike a D-plug, does not pull out of the back. Once that sucker is turned and locked in, it's not going anywhere. You don't have to worry about it. The only way it can release is this tab is pulled back and it's turned left at the same time. This unit also has 2 24-volt fans put in to dissipate heat on the unit. We've got 2 sets of speaker terminals here that we can run separately or bridge for twice the wattage to a single subwoofer. We've got our speak-on connections, our XLR links, as well as our XLR ins, Ethernet in and out for linking up units.
Oh, I didn't notice this over here, Chase. Looks like we also have a power trigger. That's really nice because you don't want to just be running the amp nonstop all the time. We can put into our control system a little trigger out of our preamp processor so that it only comes on and turns off when in use. Let's check out the front of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very sleek design here. Simple controls. We've got our gain for each individual channel. This is our LED screen that'd be powered on if it was turned on, and here's our little navigation menu that clicks down so we can navigate through our menu. We can see here that this is where the unit is pulling air in on those DC fans to really make sure they're pulling air through the unit. We've got our power dip switch here. Here's our exact model. It's the DA2206 DSP. And something I really like about this is it pulled out of the box like this. This is ready to go right into my rack or right onto a table with the bottom feet, and I don't have to assemble it at all. Came right out of the box like this, no assembly time. This goes straight in, ready to plug it in, power it up, and have fun. So let's dive into the exact specs on the DA2602 DSP sub-amplifier from RBH in the Unrivaled series. So this is a high efficiency Class D amp with DSP. We get 2 channels, 24-bit, 96 kilohertz audio quality. You can output 2 channels at 1300 watts at 8 ohms or 2600 watts at 4 ohms. The dampening factor on this unit is greater than 300. Now this is really cool. It comes with a 30 band parametric EQ, okay, as well as crossover, slope, phase, and time adjustment, all built into the software, which would be really handy so you can tackle any weird room situation you might have in the real world.
What do you mean, weird rooms? Ones like these?
Yeah. Our impedance on the input is 20K ohms. Now something I really think is cool is the DC protection, under voltage protection, overheat protection built into the unit. Soft startup, okay, so you can't blow it up as it's booting. Overload protection, input and output limiters. They're really protecting you and your clients from ourselves. It takes up 2 U's in your rack, so it's a pretty low profile amp for how much power it's putting out, and it weighs right around 15 pounds.
All right, Dreamedia family, that is a wrap on our unboxing video of the Unrivaled amp from RBH. This is driving our dual 1212. I got 4 subwoofers off in this room, and we wanted to come here at the end of the video and discuss exactly not only, you know, our thoughts on the amplifier itself, but kind of review the application and how we used it here in this home, as well as some of the features that we thought were extremely valuable, such as the DSP. So I'm gonna toss it off to Chase. He's our regional sales manager here in Colorado, and he knows everything there is to know about these RBH speakers and has a lot of hands-on experience. Even went out to Kansas City and set up the booth out there for the home theater fanatics. So Chase, tell us a little bit about how we're utilizing this subwoofer amplifier and how you did the wiring, and yeah, just kind of take them through the process and why this amp complements those subs.
Yeah, so this was a really, I guess, unusual kind of retrofit. We have the amplifier sitting in this wooden cupboard up by this TV. So obviously,
maybe I just take them over there and show them kind of what the room looks like, because a lot of you guys during the unboxing video, that was actually about a month ago whenever I unboxed these subwoofers, or several weeks back, and now we're coming in, and I feel like it'd be valuable for you guys to see the finished room. So I'm gonna grab our camera over here, our secondary camera, and just follow Chase through, and he'll show you where the subwoofers are placed, as well as we can talk about the rest of the room. Just an overview, we're running a 5.4.4 Dolby Atmos system in this open concept dining, kitchen, formal room, and it sounds incredible. I mean, we're talking about a 60-foot by 25-foot room, massive space, and there's also stairs that open up to the movie room, mud room, entry, a lot of very interesting obstacles that we had to overcome. So right now we have our front left, right, and center up in our sound bar. We have our surrounds here at the back of the kitchen for our low-level effects, and then we have 4 overhead Dolby Atmos speakers in addition to 2 on-wall dual 12s. Now I'm gonna grab that camera and we're gonna follow Chase, and he's gonna give you a little more insight.
Yeah, so over here in the left and right, under the windowsills, we have these 1212 SWs from RBH. On-wall subwoofer, super low profile, 5 1/4 inch deep,
That's what I love, guys.
Yeah.
Look at how thin this is. I know a lot of you guys are saying, oh, I'd recommend this sub or that sub. The reason we chose this is because it doesn't take up floor space. Look, we can still vacuum the floor. We can still walk around. It's not prohibiting the walk space. Look at this, plenty of room to still get by. Really, really unique product that fit this space perfect.
I have seen a couple comments and concerns that we have one sub here and a passive radiator. That is not the case. These are two sub drivers. RBH does have a model with one driver and a passive radiator, but this is in fact two 12-inch drivers.
Maybe now would be a good time to throw up on the screen that bass stress test that we put it under. I mean, we had those woofers really excurting. It sounded incredible. Feel the bass. All right, what were you gonna say, Chase?
No, so we have these cabinets here that are for storage. Yeah, so we can check out this one. This is a blanket storage, and there's actually speaker wire running across the back of here, pulled through the bottom of the fireplace from both subs through the walls, and everything kind of meets in here. And we've turned this into a little ventilated AV rack with the thermostat and top ventilation.
Does have a temperature sensor as well on it, guys.
Yeah.
That will push the heat off of the amplifier when it's running.
Not super noticeable.
Temperature sensor right there. You did a wonderful job on this install. Do you want to talk about the wiring and then additionally how you connected to the amp? I see you got some speaker snap connectors on there, Chase. And then you got a big dog over here.
Yeah, so obviously this room wasn't wired for a subwoofer originally, and since we have centralized video coming out of our rack directly to this TV over an HDMI, I did not need the coax that was originally installed by the builder for a local cable box. So we pulled that down through the fireplace into this channel, and we're using the coax to come out of our Marantz Cinema 30 straight to here to this amp. We're converting coax to XLR. And then we have the amplifier currently configured for single input that's sending to both subwoofers. As well as a big dog surge protector, which we'll do a breakdown just on this surge protector. But yeah, so this amp, where it really gets cool is the software. Now you can set up their software for maximum volume, for maximum extension, which is what we're using in this space. So we're maximizing infrasonics as opposed to being able to turn up the subs a little louder without getting as low in frequency.
Yeah, so I wanted some deep LFE signals for these guys. I have 8-inch woofers surrounding this entire room, guys, including back there in the kitchen. A bunch of 8-inch woofers, and then we got these massive 8-inch woofers right here in the sound bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 8-inch woofers. We're getting good mid frequency response, and I just wanted to really clean up our low end and make it really impactful and tight.
Yeah, so we have this sub-amp configured to reach into that infrasonic range better. What's really cool is this amp has a ton of flexibility once you get to the DSP side of the software. We have 30 bands of EQ on our input, as well as an additional 10 bands of EQ on the output before the subwoofers. So you can get in here and play with this thing for hours and never be done tuning it. And you know, every time we sit here, we're changing little things and trying to get the room dialed in, but they give you that flexibility where you can continually work with your system and live with it and improve on it as it goes after the initial tuning. So it's really cool stuff. This amp has great ventilation. Honestly, you can hear the fans running.
Yeah, right out the back. So the heat's dissipating right out the back here. We have our temperature sensor. When it does get too hot, this fan kicks on and ventilates right out.
Yeah, and this is our out. That's our outtake, and since most of the heat is rising out of the back of the amplifier here, it kind of funnels right into our ventilation fan, Yeah, so you can see the speaker wire where it's leaving to get to the subwoofer on the right. And then next to this coaxial cable is our speaker wire that's running through underneath those blankets in that other enclosure back to the subwoofer. So this was completely a retrofit solution to a room that was never designed to have a sub. And this can be done for you, especially as everyone's moving to centralized video. And a lot of people are ditching cable entirely. They have the wire infrastructure there for it. Why not utilize it and add a sub to a room? Now, obviously, this is would be considered overkill for many situations. You know, we could have this coax pulled straight into an active subwoofer without an amplifier and taking up this, but Zach demands the best. So we went all in on this with a series amplifier, 2 big old subs to really fill out this space. And it was a very cool project.
All right, Dreamedia family, that is a wrap on our unboxing and installation overview video of the Unrivaled subwoofer amplifier from RBH. These guys are USA, guys. Team USA.
Right in Utah, yeah.
These guys are right out of Utah, right next to us here in Colorado, and Layton, right north of Salt Lake City. And we did a full manufacturer tour with the guys there, seeing how they work from an R&D standpoint through the manufacturing, paint, all the way to delivery and shipping. Kellen, our national sales director, got to actually drop in one of their 21-inch subs when they first came out, whenever we were getting into that like 4 hertz, 5 hertz range, that like true infrasonic bass. I wanted a 21 here in the house, if full transparency, but I am married and I want to stay married. So this was my conservative approach.
Yeah, 4 subwoofers, very conservative.
Well, conservative for somebody who lives and breathes audio. So I had to get some bass in here, but like I even considered one of my other favorite manufacturers for tight, deep audiophile bass, which is Perlisten.
Yeah.
I considered putting a Perlisten sub over here, but they're massive and take up a ton of floor space. And this aesthetically, with them being low behind the couches there, really you can't even see the one over here.
No,
I never even notice it. This one, it does sit off 5.5 inches, but it doesn't take up, it doesn't actually sit on the floor. So like it's not a problem when vacuuming, it's not a problem when my kid's running his Target little cart through here and playing with all his toys. He was actually sitting on the subwoofer the other day going, "Daddy, look at me." And I'm like, I'm glad Chase did a good job installing that. It's mounted in there pretty solid. And we did a full video installing in depth, showing how we run the wire and everything on the in-wall sub. So be sure to check out that video. I've documented this entire process. I thought it'd be very valuable for you guys to see a very less than ideal room really achieve high performance audio, because we get a lot of people who reach out that don't have a dedicated room, a perfect rectangular shape, no window space. So I wanted to prove a point here. And also selfishly have a killer audio system in my own home by overcoming obstacles. There was really no wiring except for the in-ceiling speakers in this place, and we've put in a true high performance audio system. Keep in mind, additionally, guys, we offer services in Colorado for automated shades, automated lighting, control systems, CCTV, everything from your network, which is the fundamental base of your system, all the way up. So in this room, we actually have Screen Innovations motorized shades that drop down, and I'll be doing videos in the future talking about the acoustical performance of common spaces like this and ways that you can achieve better acoustical performance without putting up acoustic panels. Because in spaces like this, you can't put acoustic panels on the wall. It's just gonna look horrendous, and you're not gonna get that wife approval. So motorized shades I got down in the garage. My next phase is going to be really heavy duty drapes that will go to the sides of the windows, which will help clean up our reflection points when the windows aren't shut. But when you drop those nano shades from SI, it makes a huge difference because glass is very reflective. But even, I'll probably have a couple different EQ settings, which again, guys, this is just the beginning of all of the videos that I'm gonna be doing on this home. So stay tuned for future videos. If you guys liked this video or would like to purchase anything home theater related, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and head over to our website to shop all of our industry-leading brands. Every single brand that we have featured on our website, we truly believe in here at Dreamedia and are honored to carry. RBH, when it comes to high output, high performance audio, those AMT tweeters just scream in that high output, that 100 to 130 dB range where most speakers just blow out or distort like crazy. Not RBH, and that's really where I fell in love. If you go back and look at my factory tour, they had their own home theater set up there, and we listened to Top Gun Maverick when it first came out with their full, I think it was like a 934 or 936, something like that. But how loud the system went and how it didn't distort sold me, and I've been a fan ever since. Not to mention our good friend Gene from Audioholics is a big fan as well, and I heard his system when I was down in Tampa.
Yeah, their build quality is second to none, and they really do take everything into account. I mean, 40 bands of EQ on a sub-amp.
That's kind of unheard of.
Yeah, they're giving you full control. We can set as many presets as we would like, so maybe the shades are down, there's a preset, they're up.
And that's what's coming next.
Yeah, maybe we pump up the SPL for when you're listening to music. That can be a preset, or we have it for infrasonics for movie experience like we currently have the sub set up.
Yep.
So the possibilities are endless.
And I did have a friend over this last weekend. We did Ready Player One and we did Top Gun Maverick in here.
How was that?
He was like, what the? Like, he was blown away. He said it was better than a movie theater. Like our local theaters up here. He was like, this is insane, dude. He had never heard a system like this and was expecting it to be like average for, you know, this type of space.
RBH is anything but average, for sure. And it helped us turn this, what we would consider an extremely unideal room for a Dolby Atmos experience, into a pretty solid listening experience that is surprising me every time we sit down and listen to it.
It turned out better than I even expected, guys.
And we're not even done tuning it yet.
We're not done. And I won't give away all the goodies, but I would like a little bit more low frequency bass at the back of the kitchen. So stay tuned for stay tuned for what might be coming up in the future. This is where I spend my life, right here, just hanging out. So I really enjoy music. I listen to more music than movies, and it's been an absolute pleasure. All right, guys, well, if you liked the video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button down below and give us a big thumbs up. Till next time, this is Zach and Chase at Dreamedia. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.